Friends, welcome to my place in Paris. I'm on holidays, but of course, it's a good time to make videos. So let's get at it. The other day, I tried two things to improve my coaching, my personal coaching, and I wanna share them. Basically, it's the beginning and it's the end. A bit of context, right? I'm coaching an entrepreneur. She's a young woman, and she's also having a main topic is finding a life balance. And from there, growing her credibility and posture on entrepreneurship as a woman entrepreneur. The first thing I read in a web conference the other day, two things that popped in my mind because I'm always onto how can I get faster coaching. So the two things were first, establish rapport as fast as possible. And in the end, once you go through the process, land it. So I was doing my notes, my plan, my battle plan I always have a plan for an efficient coaching. I was like, establishing rapport, I don't know how people say that. Like, okay, I guess I'm going to ask some question. I'm going to try to see if I share an anecdote that relates. Okay. But I didn't really know how to do that thing. Socially, I'm like a little bit of a natural or an introvert, but I don't do that kind of thing mechanically. And landing, well, maybe action plan. Let's see. So here we are. I'm wondering how I'm going to get to this establish rapport kind of thing. And we're 5 minutes before the session and she sent me a text. I'm sorry, I'm going to be late. The taxi just took the wrong turn. And I'm like, okay, I got it. I got my entry. My coachee gets there before we even get a coffee or something. But when we get closer to the room, because I want to be able to use that moment, I'm like, so taxi took the wrong turn? And she's like, yeah, motherfucker. And she's like, yeah, motherfucker, right? Can't he just get... And that was just it. That was this. The classical trick, the classic bistro thing, just blame someone, bitch about someone, rant a little bit, and oh my God, it's just what. So, and that's true, like automatically we went in. So we went to the session, I had a couple of things to do. After that, I realized putting on introduction of the session, what are the goals and everything, just felt more natural, more focused because we already had that contact. The second part I want to talk about right now is how my first conscious attempt as powerfully landing my session. I used to have that in mind before, but I realized I wasn't so attached at that. So I'm still on that session with that woman entrepreneur, and we're working on her posture and how to have credibility in that world of bragging boys and men, locker room talk, basically investors and things like this. So we're going at it. I established rapport. We had a whole session. We found some discomfort. We found something that connects us back to her topic on how she presents herself to others, how she behaves, how actually it starts from her. And we got that. And it was a profound session for her. Like, tough. We're about to finish the session. Time's up. The room actually, we're about to exit the room I rented for that session. We're having a sip of water and she thinks it's sort of over. And she's like, okay, so we're going to meet in 2 weeks after the holidays, right? Okay. She starts to relax. And I'm like at her like, no, we're not done here. I'm not leaving you out that door this way. Now that you see things differently, I want you to tell me, what will you do differently? What discomfort are you ready to put you through in order to have different results? I want you to think of one situation where you see your posture, now you know it's because internally you see things and then you acted in a relaxed way and then you didn't take credibility because you didn't think you had any. I just want you to do a voluntary mistake, if you want, different from things you did usually. Behave differently just to experiment if you're going to have a result. And yes, it probably is going to fail and it will feel uncomfortable. But what if it does not fail? So I want you to get into the experiment, commit right now to me for the sake of this coaching you asked for. commit to do something differently. We go like this. I let her think. She tried to like tone down the demand and everything. And she realized I won't let go. And after like, 30 seconds, a minute, suddenly her eyes sparkle. And she's like, oh, wait, I know what I'm going to do. I never take I always consider myself in the background in the meeting. I am going to lead. I am going to open and close the meeting, whether they want me or not. I'm the one who's going to do it. And then I see the sparkle in her eyes. She already I feel the power, right? She already feel relaxed because she realized she will behave differently. She will break the cycle she was in. So basically, she doesn't care if it's going to work or not. And I'm good. Now I see it happening. So I'm closing in. I'm like, okay, you commit? You promise? All right. We shake hands on that. That means in 2 weeks, you come back and you will have tried that. And I'm dying to know how it went. And she's like, yeah, she's excited about it. We shake hands. That was a powerful landing. My learning about that is that it was me who was being shy about that part. She did it because she saw my passion and my ambition for her. So I realize now I don't have to wait for the coachee to have that ambition for the landing. I'm the one who can bring it. And that's actually why she decided to follow the passion she saw in me. She saw I wouldn't let go. Then she went to it. And courageously. That's my learning. So let's see how it goes and if I can reproduce that in the next sessions.